The backlash was swift. The official Olympics account, faced with widespread criticism, yanked the footage from YouTube. A stark message greeted viewers: this video is not available.
Hey there, sports fans and disaster enthusiasts. Welcome to our deep dive into the magnificent mess that is the Paris 2024 Olympics. Grab your baguettes and barrettes because we're about to embark on a journey through the City of Light's not-so-shining moment in sports history.
I am the emblem of Paris 2024.
Ah, Paris, the city of love, lights, and logistical nightmares? Who knew that hosting the Olympics could turn the Eiffel Tower into a giant facepalm emoji? Let's break down why some are calling Paris 2024 the worst Olympics ever. And no, it's not because they ran out of croissants. Let's kick things off with the opening ceremony. Picture this: 6,800 athletes covered in plastic ponchos floating down the Seine like a fleet of very confused ducks. It's not exactly the glamorous Parisian experience they were promised, is it? What could possibly go wrong? Nothing but the smell of sewage and the constant threat of falling into murky water. It's like a game of Frogger, but with athletes and VIPs. Fun fact, they're spending millions on water quality improvements. I guess eau de toilette wasn't the ambiance they were going for. But wait, there's more. In a stroke of genius, the organizers decided to have 600,000 spectators line the banks of the Seine. Because if there's one thing Paris needs more of, it's crowds and chaos. Now, the opening ceremony is typically where a host city showcases its culture, history, and ability to organize large-scale events. Paris, however, decided to showcase its talent for controversy instead. Picture this: a practically naked blue singer, a bearded drag queen crawling on all fours, and a table that looked suspiciously like the Last Supper. But make it fabulous. It's like they took Leonardo da Vinci's masterpiece and said, you know what this needs? More glitter. The French Catholic Church was not amused, calling it scenes of derision and mockery of Christianity. Meanwhile, the artistic director, Thomas Joly, insisted it was all about celebrating diversity and French gastronomy, because nothing says bon appetit like a controversial religious parody, right?
Bonsoir, bienvenue à Paris.
Next up, let's talk about the Lady Gaga show fiasco. The organizers decided to spice things up with a Lady Gaga performance. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Gaga as much as the next person, but when you can't hear her over the sound of rain pelting plastic ponchos, it's less poker face and more soggy face. Moving on to logistics, because who doesn't love a good traffic jam? You'd think that after centuries of hosting grand events, Paris would have this down pat. But no, they decided to reinvent the wheel, and it turned out square. Free tickets for 222,000 people sounds great in theory, right? In practice, it was about as organized as a cat herding competition. It's like inviting the whole world to dinner, but forgetting to go grocery shopping. And let's not forget about the budget, the Olympics, where fiscal responsibility goes to die. The original budget? A mere 6.8 billion euros. The current estimate? Oh, just a small increase to 8.8 billion euro. But hey, what's a couple billion between friends? At this rate, they might have to sell the Louvre to cover the costs. Anyone want to buy a slightly used Mona Lisa? Now, I know what you're thinking, but what about past Olympics? Surely they had issues too. And you're right, but when we compare Paris 2024 to the likes of Beijing 2008 or London 2012, it's like comparing a microwave dinner to a Michelin star feast. Those games set the bar high. And Paris? Well, Paris tripped over it. So there you have it, folks. An opening ceremony on a polluted river, a phantom Lady Gaga concert, logistical nightmares, a budget that's ballooning faster than a French soufflé, and a religious tableau that's about as appropriate as serving pork at a vegan buffet. Will you be tuning in to watch this potential train wreck? Or will you be joining the millions of Parisians trying to escape the city during the games? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, no matter how these games turn out, we'll always have Paris, and probably a lot of memes about it. This is Spotlight on Sport, signing off. Before saying au revoir, hit that subscribe button, and may the odds be ever in Paris's favor. They're gonna need it.